Hello, lovelies. This is Miss D. Sear again. I am packing, getting ready to go to my sister's house, Miss Quiet Queen. We're going to do some sewing. But I wanted to get back to you and let you guys know or see some things that I see. Maybe you can see it. We'll see. This house has a lot of history, as I was saying before in some of my other videos or my sister's video. Like I said, I'm packing up, so I'm going to get some things together so we can go. And so, this room down here has a lot of history, actually, because like we have two storage rooms, and as you can see over here, excuse the mess because I am sewing. I'm making purses for Christmas time. These rooms here. And sometimes you can see someone standing here. It will get dark on you. These are storage rooms. This is my playroom for my grandson. I made this playroom for my grandson and my granddaughter. And sometimes you can see spirits. I think because I am next to the graveyard, standing here in the corner. If you can see the corner shot over here. And they will be standing here, and they will be staring at him, and he will be playing here on this this thing here. And it actually does scare him. He's afraid. Like I said before, I would tell him to go to the bathroom, and I got a potty down here, and he's nervous about it because he sees people. Well, wait a minute, is someone there? You know, and I'm like, well, E, you're gonna see people, you know. And he's like, why? I said, well, it's kind of in our blood. I don't want to scare him because he is 3. But like I said, in this room particular, you get a lot of activity. Now let's move over to the other room. I will show you. Can you still hear me? This room in here. Following you around. This room in here is where I come and relax sometime, and I'll lay here. The window's there, and here's my mirror, right? So this is at this time I was laying down, and I could see a silhouette of someone in the mirror, and like I was saying before, it felt like they were behind me. So I'm laying there, and I can look up, and it's a white silhouette. I don't know if it's a black or white person. You can't. I don't know if you can tell with souls or whatever. Anyway, you probably could. But and so they're standing there and they're looking, not saying a thing, you know. And like I said, it's kind of freaky if you're not. See, I watch my phone. Here's my phone. It's really small, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching Netflix or whatever, you know. So I'm sitting there like this, and it's dark all over because, like I said, I got it dark. So when it's, I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can still see, but it's very dark in this room. So it picks up on a lot. And because I can see them, it can be scary. But I try not to, you know. It doesn't make me nervous, but sometimes if I'm not thinking about it, or, you know, they just pop up on you. You know, I have one time seen, no kidding, I've seen someone come out of this closet here. This is a older closet. It was Chris's great-grandmother's wardrobe. Like the Witch in the Wardrobe. Yeah. So, and I swear, no kidding. Someone came out of this closet. The thing opened up. And I left. That day I did leave. I'm not even going, because that was a bit much for me. I had never seen that before. And before the person, whatever it was, the entity, before it could touch his foot on the ground, I shot out the door. You know, and I'm not no little girl, and I got ailments, walk with a cane, I was gone. Lucky the baby wasn't here, you know, I took off. So, at that particular person, I don't know what they wanted. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it was just so relaxed in here, and maybe I was putting off an aura that made them come, because you could do that. You put off an aura, and you know they can come to you if you're in a quiet plane, you know, in between the life and the death, you know, when you're not really asleep. I don't know if anyone, you're not really asleep, but you're like in the middle of life and death is what I call it. I call it a threshold, because what I remember seeing is that's my wardrobe there. What I remember seeing, yeah, and it opened up just like that. It's just got Emery's clothes in there. Well, I got Christmas stuff at the bottom. You know, I'm trying to get ready for that. But I remember seeing it was white. It was very calm. It was very calm feeling, and it almost felt like, and I always do this when I say right on the threshold, because it felt like I was not standing anywhere, but I could see it, and I'm standing here, and it's like here, and it's white and calm there. This side is not. It's more of a hectic feeling, because this was the life side, you know, more of a busy, you know, and that side was much more calm, and I was just right there. And when I'm in that state, or I can feel different things, I at one time, and this was years ago, I don't know if I said it or not, but my brother passed away, and I didn't cry for some reason when he first passed. I didn't cry. We did and it's something, I don't know what happened. Let me tell you this story. At his funeral, and you know, you see people that you haven't seen in a long time. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? And then I'm looking around, and for some reason I say, or something says to me, why is everybody so sad? You know, I know this is weird. Why is everybody so sad? You know, I'm looking around, and then I look up and see the coffin. I'm like, oh, as if I forgot or something, or you know, he was there with me. We were talking, and it was for a split second. You know, it felt like, well, he was right there. And so I'm like, yeah, well, you know, why is everybody so sad? It was kind of weird. I was younger, and even though I knew I had these feelings and these things, yeah, even though I know I had these feelings or these gifts, it was sometimes when things happen, it's kind of strange. But so he, at one time, he was staying with my mother in the basement. And like I said, at the funeral, didn't cry, don't know why. So I was down there cleaning his stuff out, and he had his sweater that he wore a lot. And I picked the sweater up, and it smelled like him, and I just cried and cried and cried, you know, and for days I guess I was thinking about him. I don't know. And I think that I told this story on my sister's site. I'm not sure, on Miss Quiet Queens, but I'm getting more into depth with it. But I think I did mention it. So I was asleep. I was going to sleep in where he was staying in the room, and I was laying in the bed, and I didn't realize I was calling him. That's what I said. I think that I said it, but I'm gonna say it again. So I didn't realize that I was calling him. I'm laying in the bed, and I'm dozing off, but I'm not asleep. And I look up and I see him, and he has the hat on, you know, the scony he used to wear. You know, back in the day, people wear the sconies. And he was talking to me. He said, why you keep calling me? You know, and I'm sleeping, and I'm like, I'm not asleep, but I'm up. I'm looking at him like, you know, it came out. That's why I think I said this, but I'm going to say it again. I'm not calling you. You know, I was trying to get that out. And I think what happens is we put off this aura or this thing about us that will call the other person to us. And when you do that, sometimes they can't move on because you're calling them. You're keeping them here, although you love them to death. But in order for them to do what they need to do, you know, because everyone, when you pass, you have something that you have to do. Be it as you went through everything and did what you're supposed to do and you're relaxing. You know, like my father and my grandfather and my mom, they were sitting out on the lawn, and they was just chilling, relaxing. My brother, he was working, you know. Yes, he was working, and the other story that I had with him was and I don't know what this actually means. I'm gonna have to ask my sister about this one, but it was actually a dream, but not. And I went to see him. We were looking for him. Me, my sister Queen, my mom, and it was like this factory or something. Like I said, I was right on the threshold, so I walked over to it, and was he there? I think he was there. And I said, "Whoa, that's not you." And he said, "That's me when I was pure or when I was innocent." He said, "That's me in my innocent state." Yeah, he said, "That's me in my innocent state." And he looked, it was him, but it wasn't him now. Like, he was older and everything. So he was younger, but it wasn't, I wish I had a picture of him down here. It wasn't him all the way. He was lighter. He was light-skinned. I really can't explain what he looked like. But he was laying. He was laying. He wasn't even walking. It was almost like artificial intelligence type of thing. You know how those robots look real? You know, the IE that Haley Joel Osment played in IT. And he looked real. It was like that. And he was laying there, so he wasn't up yet. And I was like, well, you know, Skeet, that's, because we call him Skeet. That's not you. He said, "That was me in my innocent state." And I'm like, well, what does that mean? But at the time, I didn't ask him that because I wanted to see, you know, how he was doing. And I wanted to know if he can come back. And I think what I was doing was I was calling him because we were very, very close. I was calling him and didn't really know it, you know. And then when he said that, gave me that message, I said, okay, you know, I need to leave him alone because he was a little rude. Talking about why you keep calling me. I'm working. Excuse me. But I felt like I said, I was really close to him and I just wanted him back. You know, and I would have these dreams, or I don't know if it can't be premonitions, I suppose, because he's gone. And I'd be talking to him, and it was him. You know, I'm talking to him, we're doing whatever. And I said, well, you know, why do you have to go? And he said, well, you know, I'm not here anymore. And I would say, well, why can't you be? You know, is this something that I can do? You know, can't you just be here? Because this feels real. And we were talking and we were doing something, just having fun and walking around and whatever. And it was real. Well, it felt real, you know. And yeah, it just, you know, it just goes to show you that you can still have a rapport with your loved ones. You know, you can still talk to them. You can still go on. You can still talk to them. You can still, and they'll hear you. You know, and if you go to sleep and you put yourself in that quiet place, you know, you relax, you free yourself of any negativity, you know, of what somebody said, oh, you can't do, or that's not true, or I don't believe that, or that's the devil talking, you know, all that. You can't leave that stuff alone. Put yourself on a quiet plane, take a bath or a shower, get clean it all up, you know, and lay there totally still until not thinking. Sometimes it's hard not to think, but in other times it's not. You'd be surprised that, you know, you can turn it off. You can turn it off at will. It may take some people a little longer or a little harder to do, but you can turn that off. You turn it off, you sit there, go in a dark room, relax, and you can call them over. You can talk to them. And what you think may be a dream is reality. You know? One person's reality is another person's dream, so to speak, I guess. But it's real. you know, you can really talk to them. And I'm going to have to go. I think that's my time for today. So I'm going to say thank you for watching. I'm going to come with some more. You know, I've gotten a lot of feedback and I appreciate it. Thank you everybody for listening to me. And if you have anything you want to say or talk about or anything you want to, you know, you want to ask me about. Not that I know everything about everything, but I know a little about a little. So, peace. Lovelies. Love ya. Bye. And it's time to go. And it's time to go. Did you stop it?